What's going on, vendors? Mike here with 720 Vending. Today I am doing a retrofit install on the AP6 and 7000 machines. I'm installing the drop sensor kit. Here is your master board. Here's your slave board. All the wires concluded. Wet wipes to clean up the post. Cable straps. Guaranteed delivery sticker. And the shield bracket for the slave side. We'll go ahead and jump on and getting this installed. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. We're going to go ahead and open up this door. This is on my AP 7600 machine. Thank you so much at InOne for InOne for hooking me up with the kit. First, we're going to go ahead and start out. This right-hand side of the box is where the slave side goes. This side is where the master goes. You will need a long screwdriver to get to this screw once the new sensor is installed. Make sure all your surface areas are clean wherever you're going to mount one of the mounting clips. So I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to shut the machine off. That way it's all safe. You never want to do this work on a machine with the machine powered on. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and get everything squared away here. I've got my sensors here. I've got my slave side. Before I attach anything, I'm going to pull out the wet wipe. And I'm going to wipe down the area where the 3M mounting tape is going to go, right there on the right side of the box. I'm also going to wipe down every surface of the box where I'm going to put the clips, the mounting clips. So like on the bottom and both sides on the wall there, and underneath the bottom down here, because that's where I route the wires. You will see that later in the video. So up first is the slave side. What you're going to do is that once that's clean and dry, you're going to go ahead and peel off the 3M mounting tape cover, and you're going to mount it directly to that side piece of the drop in. Always important when you get the kit to make sure that blue emitter is aligned properly and straight across, because you have the emitters and the receivers on both sides. So right here is the shield cover for the slave side, and you're going to want to tip the tip of the shield cover underneath the lip edge right there where my finger just pointed, and you're going to go down behind the wire, behind the nut on the box, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten that down. I'm going to go ahead and get out the mounting clips. I'm going to start getting those. I'm going to put one on the bottom of the box, and then one's going to go on each side of the box. That way everything stays lined up. So I put one right here. One goes down below, and then one goes right here on the left-hand side. These clips come in very handy for securing the cables to keep them out of the door tracks. On my machine, guys, just ignore that white wire going up. It is a separate power supply for the lighting. I did have an issue with it in the past, so I did just convert it to a different type of lighting. So we're going to go ahead and get the master side hooked up. I've got it sitting there so I can get my screwdriver out. If I can find it. So I moved the extension out as far as it'll go, and I'm going to loosen up this top screw. So with that top screw out, there's 2 notches in there. The bottom 2 notches, the lower 2 notches are for the 6000 series. The upper 2 notches are for the 7000 series. That way everything stays in alignment. Make sure this is nice and tight. Once that's tight on there, you're going to start your cable management. Make sure all the cables stay up and out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and open up the big loom of cable that goes all the way up to the top of the door, up to the control door. This kit is relatively easy to install. It takes a screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and not a lot of hard work. It's very easy to be installed. I'm taking up extra slack that's in the bottom cable between the slave and the master. That way I don't have anything hanging low to get caught in the door. And right now I'm just tucking all the rest of the cables in there and clipping the clips. I will be placing 3 more of the clips as we go along. So this clip's going on the back part of the door over here, just to keep the wire up and out of off the floor, because I don't want it down anywhere near that hinge for a potential of it getting hooked. And what I'm going to do is it's going to route up and go through the other clip on the slave side, just so it's up and out of the way of the door hinge. So I've got this one clipped here. I'm actually going to go across to where I stuck the clip onto the other side. So everything's up nice, neat, out of the way. And so I'm going to give it plenty of slack, that way it can flex. And then I put 1 more of these sticker clips underneath the gum and mint tray. If you use the gum and mint tray, there is a gold rail in the back there that does not move. So you can use that to trace your cables over. So I'm just giving it a little bit of slack on that, and then I'm going to go ahead and run the cable up. Now that I'm back up standing, for me, the way I routed the cables is I routed it through one of the brackets at the top. That way it stays nice and neat and organized. So the cable goes routed up. And once I get it all cleaned up and aligned, I do apologize, my camera person did not catch the drop sensor connection. It is right on the board on the right hand side. So as of right now, I'm just doing cable management. And on this panel, to enable the drop sensor, you must flip on switch number 4, which is the 4th switch from the right. Number 1 will be on. You must flip on switch number 4. And it'll look just like that once everything's all in the right connections. And then right there next to the micro SD card slot is the drop sensor connection. Now, if you need to upgrade the firmware on your board, I will do another video of that someday here soon. I'm going to get one more of those clips to do cable management on the slide out. Again, if I can't thank Arnie enough over at InOne, I appreciate him and all of his crew with coming up with this technology and making it work as well as it is. I've had this InOne board on this machine for about 3.5 years now. It has not failed me. And so what I'm doing right here is I am clipping the cable into that clip there. That's just keeping it up out of the way so it doesn't get tangled. I'm going to go ahead and slide it back in. I'm going to boot the machine back up. Machine's booted back up. My card reader's booting up right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the service button. And I went out of the menu a little too quick here, so I'm going to go back into the menu. We're going to go down to configure. I'm going to go do a configure motors real quick to make sure all 45 of my motors are readable. And now I'm going to go ahead and go back and go to options. And then you're going to scroll down to motor stop. Right now it's on home. You're going to press 14, which is your enter key, to change it to drop. You're going to go back to 12. You're going to press 12 to go back. You're going to go down to diagnostics next, and you're going to go down to test drop sensor. And right now it says clear. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting my hand through the drop sensor, and it's blocking and clearing it, blocking and clearing. So it's testing it to make sure it's actually working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and close up the machine. And then I'm going to do a quick test. So I'm going to pull out my test card for Cantaloupe. And I'm going to do G1, which is one of the gum trays. It's not going to work because I know it's empty. So it's going to try and cycle it once it goes through, and it's going to come back up and say, make another choice. So now we're trying it again, and I'm just going to do like E3, which is one of my fig bars in this machine, and it'll keep circling around, but it'll stop. The motor will stop the moment that the object passes the bin. And one thing I forgot to test on this machine is make sure when you put the slave sensor on there, you test the door to make sure the door works properly. The bin door, I've seen it get jammed before, and I totally spaced to forget it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test it on the one that I pulled that Milky Way out of for it to test, and it's going to spin around. And because it doesn't drop anything, it's going to slowly go around again. Well, and here's the proof of the guaranteed delivery. It got stuck on the popcorn below. So it kept going around until it dropped another Milky Way bar. If it doesn't drop a product, it will keep going until it drops a product, or it will refund your money. Thank you for watching. enjoy the content. Have a great day.